Okay, so still playing with my shaft. I've been playing for hours with my shaft. I got two snap rings out, no problem. I'll show you what they look like. Here's a snap ring, and I still got it intact. I could probably use it, but don't use these. I mean, it's pretty rusty. It's probably oblong. Don't use that C. So two were easy to get out, but two were impossible to get out. The two on the outside were easy to get out of the U-joint. I'll show you a little bit here on the U-joint. I got this one here. I don't know if you could see that. You really can't see it, but there's a groove here. Let me turn that. Hold on. Let me take my shaft out. Okay. So if you look inside there, really hard to see. See, there's a groove, right? Let me get a pointer. So on a shaft, this is where the C-clip will go, on this side, on that edge. I don't know if you could see that. Right between, yeah, you can see it now. You can see the gap. See, there's a C-clip that goes in here. That one was easy to remove. And on the opposite side, I removed that one. Now these caps will come out now. The problem is this cap, I can't get it hit because the C-clip is turned all the way around. The C-clip is turned all the way around, so this ring's got to come off to get a clear shot at it. Or you could burn the ring off. You still have the seal. The steel is still intact. You can't get it. You can't get it this one. And then I noticed this ring is actually pretty bad. This center is worn out where it must have hit the ABS sensor, so it's not going to work. So I'm going to put the other ring on. And then we'll have, I had a funny feeling I'd have to do that from the beginning. So here's the new ring. And I'll show you how to get this ring off. So to know you got the right ring, it's going to go on this way, but it's pressed on. So what you do is you heat it up and it just falls right off. Let's see if that works. We got the torch and I'm going to show you how I'm going to do it. If you want to know if you got the right ring, the ring, hold on, heat this up, it should fall off. Yeah, in theory, everything heats up and falls right off, right? I don't think so. So this ring, to know you got the right diameter here, by eye, there's a, let me get a pointer again. There is a groove right here, which is this groove right here. Okay, what you do is flip it around and match it up. That's it. So this will come off, that groove right on this side, this race right here is the same size as this shaft. So let's remove this ring and we'll put this ring in after we get the U-joint out. Another thing what you do on the drive shafts, mark them. On a bigger truck, it makes a difference. I don't know if it makes a difference on this truck, but let's do it right anyway. So what you want to do is you mark it. So on this shaft here, mark here. Just take a grinder, grind it here, and then grind it here. So when you put this together, this will go the same way as here. See the two marks? You got one down there, one here, and one here. So you just know this shaft goes this way, exactly. On a big truck, they have to be timed because you've got multiple shafts. This shouldn't have to be timed, but we'll do it right anyway. You mark it, and then you know you're putting it back the same way. So you're gonna heat this up, and it should pop right off. Let's see, let's heat it up, and it should pop right off. You just gotta heat up this ring here. I decreased it in the parts washer. You had to get all that other chemical off there, or else this will set on fire. It probably will set on fire. This is what I tell you. I set everything on fire, and no matter how clean you are. So I pressure washed it off. I used my parts washer, and I cleaned it all off in here. This should be just soapy water, and that's it. It shouldn't go on fire, but it's gonna go on fire. I just know. Those rubber seals are gonna catch. There's gonna be a lot of heat here, and you're gonna have to let this cool, and then you're gonna have to try to get the U-joint out, and then you can get to the rings at a straighter shot. Because that ring, unless you torch the ring off, which I'd rather not do, since you got to replace this ring anyway, you're gonna have to get that C-clip out of there. That's the hard part. Now let's try to get this out. It should be good. It should heat up and it should fall right off, just like a ring gear on a differential. Sorry, I didn't mean that. I think differentials are bolted in. I meant on a flywheel. So if you do the same kind of theory on a flywheel, except it's much bigger. So let me see what we can do. Torches are on. Let's fire them up. The bad thing is I have to wear glasses. The problem is you can only put so many things on your head. So let's put this on your head. Sort of see what I'm going to do with my glasses. That's some detail right there. It kind of has a glare. It has a glare because I have a lot of lights on in the back, so I'm going to lower the lights. Okay, I should be able to see what I'm doing. Let's heat it up. Heat it up, and you're going to push that thing right off. This is where the dealer says, no, you have to buy just that end shaft, and that's $550, which you can't even get on this differential. There might be one in Shrewsbury, I think. I think that's Shrewsbury. So let me heat this up. So I took this, and this is kind of old school. Everybody kept losing my strikers. Man, my striker is pretty worn out. So let's fire this up. You don't need the torch part. You don't need the cut. You don't need the air. The oxygen can blow it out. So you just need to heat up. Simple, right? Torch got out of hand and melted this a little bit, but there's the ring. Ring is off. Don't touch that. Okay, now you can get at the U-joints. But we're gonna take a little bit of a break and turn off the torches, let this cool off naturally. That's kind of messed up now. That kind of made a dust seal. Let it just be what it's gotta be. A lot of heat on that thing. That's your shaft. What's coming out though? That's one of the stages to do one U-joint on one of these things. Sucks. Alright, so let that cool off and I'm gonna pop out thing. Do not touch that sucker. The torch got out of hand for a second. I just said, out of hell with it. I got papers all up here, then that's stupid. In a regular shop, you shouldn't have all this, but it's a very small shop, so I have to deal with what I got. Don't have papers all the way around. That's the dumbest thing you could ever do. This is probably the dumbest thing for me to do this, because this is gonna set all one spark. So there's no other fires. Yeah, baby. All right, so let me get these U-joints out. Now you're gonna get a clear shot at the rest of the shaft. You can't play with that shaft anyway. You can't play with that shaft. It's too hot. So let it cool out. And I think I blew out this arm again. Man, this is why mechanics have a rough life. So if you ever just want to say, yeah, just put a U-joint in it. This is all the processes just to get a U-joint in. To get the shaft out was a bit. Then now you got to work on the shaft. After it's all done, it all just goes back in 10 minutes. That's what's great. But to get it apart, 26 years old, and put the original one back in, or an aftermarket one in, with an aftermarket ring. So you're talking, they wanted $550 for this half a shaft. This part right here. That's it. But we're going to do it the hard way. And we're going to do it for $100. But that also did not come with a ring, which you can't get, which I found. That's a Yukon ring, and I have it in one of my old videos. So keep on watching. I'll get it done. See ya. It's a Jeep thing, man.